What's up, guys? It's your girl Nosh. We are sitting in the beginning of a Mercury retrograde that started on December 13th. And this is your tips and tricks to watch out for it. We all know Mercury retrograde is Mercury retrograde. Where your electronics don't work. You dream about your exes or things that have unfinished business. Run into people that you thought you wouldn't see again. Get phone calls from people you thought you would never hear from again. Why? Because it's Mercury retrograde. And a lot of people always ask, but why Mercury retrograde? Whenever a planet goes backwards in its orbit, doesn't matter what planet it is, each planet has a theme. So each theme gets played backwards in a sense. So Mercury is going retrograde, right? So that means Mercury is going backwards. So communication, thoughts, your thinking, it's not that it's going backwards. It's basically, when we say backwards, we kind of mean it's going back in order for you to reflect. Like, okay, when you have a test coming up, you know how you have to do a review? When you do a review, what do? You review all your notes for that semester, or you review all your notes for that subject. So this is what Mercury retrograde is doing for you. At this point in time, you must review all your thoughts, all your connections, or everything that happened in the past. So let's say past 6 months. Sometimes it's past 6 years, past 16 years, past whatever years. Anything that is unfinished in your brain, in your subconscious mind, that you need to resolve in order for you to move forward. That's what Mercury retrograde is doing. Again, all planets go into retrograde at some point. Whenever a planet goes into retrograde, it's just going back to reflect, going back to review. That is the construct of it. That is the objective of it. Now, whatever planet it is going retrograde in, that is the theme. So Mercury's theme is communication, thoughts, thinking, mental, right? So most of you, by the time you get this video and you listen to it, you're probably done already, dreamt about your ex, and you woke up like, why am I dreaming about him or her, right? Plain and simple. Because there's something in your subconscious mind that has not let go of them. It doesn't mean you need to call them. It doesn't mean you need to reach out. It doesn't mean you're still in love with them. So I don't want you waking up thinking, I was over it. You know, should I call them? Should I do this? Should I do that? Let me tell you something. For those of you who want to call, for those of you who want to do whatever it is that you want to do, it is called free will, and you're going to do whatever it is that you want to do. But just to give you a little bit of education behind this, on why you're dreaming of this, or why you're thinking about this. Because you don't even have to be thinking about this, but you'll dream about this, right? Like, say you haven't thought about that ex that you broke up with in 2016, and you're dreaming about them. You're only dreaming about them because there is something in your subconscious that needs to heal it or let it go. Heal, let go, same thing. So something happened there where it shook you to the point that your subconscious got shaken. That's why it got etched in your subconscious. Sometimes we have past life memories in our subconscious that need to be healed. Past life traumas that need to be healed. That may come about Mercury retrograde. May come about any other planet when it retrogrades. But when it retrogrades Mercury, or when Mercury retrogrades, it is simply for you to realize, what is it about this situation that you had a hard time letting go with, right? So say it was an ex, say it was a job, say anything that it was. Right now is the best time for you not to do anything. Okay? I know it's very hard to do this when people tell you don't do anything. Don't pick up the phone and call them, especially if they're married and have children. No. And then you're going to say, well, then why am I thinking about them? Why is my subconscious still playing this dream or this image in my head when I sleep at night? Because your subconscious needs to heal. Mercury is bringing to the forefront, while in retrograde, the things in your subconscious that you need to heal, the things around you that you need to heal that keep making you think or stay in this mental state of mind. I hope that makes sense. So if you find yourself waking up, going forward from dreams about things that happened in the past, write them down, sit down with them and think about it. Are you missing that in your lifetime in the present moment? Is that why you're thinking about it? Or that's why you're subconsciously thinking about that? Because a lot of times, most of us function without intention. And I have to bring this up. I see a lot of people moving without intentions. Like, you get up, you go to work, well, you go through your day, you come home, you're on autopilot. Mercury retrograde is a time period that tells you stop. Knock it the fuck off. Stop moving in autopilot. Sit down and reflect. Stop running away from the shadow work that you need to do. Stop using escapism to run away from things. Sit down and think about it. And most of you don't want to think about it because it's too overwhelming and this and it's that. Good. Sit down and be overwhelmed. Acknowledge those thoughts and acknowledge those feelings. That's the only way you're going to work on this. It hurts my heart when I see a lot of people saying that they're healed and they have so much shadow work to do. It's fucking crazy. No one is healed. No one. You are healing every single day. You are healing till you die. You are healing till the cycle is completed. Your life is a cycle. And it's going to continuously heal. So there is no point in time that you come to that you're healed. There is always going to be something else that you need to heal from. That is the main reason you were fucking born again. And I'm not trying to get mad at you guys. I'm just very passionate about what I'm talking about here. So don't get it twisted. All right? Don't get it twisted. When I get passionate, I get passionate. Stop thinking you're healed. Ain't none of us fucking healed. We do need to heal, though. We are healing. But there is no point in time that it comes a friction or a fraction of a moment in our life that we are healed. Once we heal from something, we have to go heal something else. That is the whole point. When you are done healing, when you have learned everything, that's when your cycle completes itself. And that's when you go bye-bye. The reason why you wake up every morning, the reason why you have to go about your day every morning, the reason why you get chosen to woken up from your sleep every single morning is because you have to heal and there's a lesson you need to complete. So you got a lot of know-it-alls walking around saying they're healed. They're not healed. When you're healed, okay, it's literally like a 5-day window of you being healed, and then bam, there's something else you got to deal with. And this continues to keep going. Like, say you need to heal from getting into bad relationships. Okay, finally you get into a good relationship, right? Now you have to heal the lessons you're going to learn in this relationship, whether it's a good relationship or not. But let's back up for a second. You were in a bad relationship. Now you find yourself in a good relationship and you think, oh, I healed. I did all my work. No, now there's going to be more things you need to heal within that relationship. Say you're in a bad relationship. Now you're in a good relationship. Okay. You get married. Now you have children. Now guess who's going to be healing you? Your fucking children. Or you have to heal them. There is constant healing going on. Healing is something that is constant. Healing does not stop. And for those of you who think, oh, I did this and I did that, now I'm healed. No, brother, no, sister, you're not healed. Again, the day you die is the day you're healed. Because that's the day God feels or your creator chooses that you don't need to work on this anymore. So I love the arrogant motherfuckers walking around thinking they're completely healed. No, you're not. You still got healing to do. And for you to sit there and think you're completely healed is just asinine. It's just fucking arrogant because you're not healed. At the end of the day, you're not healed. There is still something that you must be healed in you. That's why I'm going back and I'm saying, maybe at this point it's not something you need to heal in this present life. There's a past life situation that's probably coming up in your subconscious mind that you need to heal from there. These retrogrades, that's what they are there for, to help us heal from those traumas, from those emotions, from those thinking patterns, from those emotional things that we go through. A soul needs to grow. So when you say, oh, I'm healed, that means your soul isn't growing anymore. It's like education. You keep learning in order to know something. There is never a point in time where you come across where you know everything. You don't know everything. Yeah, you know about what's at hand right now, but you don't know what's coming tomorrow. You got to learn about what's coming tomorrow. Like spirituality, take spirituality for instance. There is such a big rabbit hole when it comes to spirituality. No one knows everything. I don't know everything. I'm not completely healed. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. There's still things I am learning today that I am healing every day from. Every day there's something that comes up and I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, okay, I get it now. Every day I have a moment of, oh, I get it now. Meaning I have an epiphany every single day because I'm learning every single day. When you move without intentions, when you move thoughtlessly, that's when you know you're not healing. When you move from a relationship to relationship, you're not healing. I was talking to this individual and he was telling me that he was in a relationship for 10 years. And now a year later, after he broke up with his significant other, he was ready to get into another relationship. And me being the asshole that I am, I said to him, what makes you think you're ready for a relationship? Do you think a year was enough time for you to get over your 10-year relationship? We all know, I don't know if you know, but I know that you take the time that you were with someone. So this person was with this person for 10 years. You divide that into 2. That's how long it takes you to heal from that person. So if you were with someone for 10 years, it'll take you 5 years to heal from that situation. That's just a given. When you break your bone, it takes time for that bone to heal. When you get a cut, it takes time for that cut to heal. The longer the wound or deeper the wound, right? The deeper the break, the longer it takes to heal. So if you're in a relationship for 10 fucking years, it takes you 5 years to heal. If you're in a relationship for 3 years, it takes you about a half a year to 2 years to heal from that. 5 years, 2.5 years. 20 years, 10 years. I could keep going, guys. So most of you walking around there thinking you're healed just because, you don't think about that person anymore. How do you know you don't just shove that person aside in your mind when they come up, or you shove that situation aside in your head when it comes up? That's not healing. That's ignoring. Healing is sitting down and asking yourself, why? Why did I put myself through that? What type of mental state of mind was I in? Where was my self-esteem at? How did I feel about myself? Why did I put myself through that? These are the questions you need to ask yourself when you do shadow work. And we have a lot of people who don't believe in shadow work. That is scary. So you got a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers walking around who don't believe in doing shadow work. Oh, I don't do shadow work. I just let it go. Okay, so what happens? So you think that you're so perfect that you don't need to do shadow work. Because that person cheated on you and you broke up with them. Oh, you don't need to do shadow work now. You could just move on to another relationship. No, you're still hurting. You're hurting and you're ignoring it. That is the biggest injustice you could do to yourself. That's where it tells me you don't even love yourself enough to give yourself time to acknowledge the fact that you are hurting. Instead, you ignored it, just like you were ignored. You repeat patterns that other people put onto you. Why doing shadow work helps? Because you break those patterns that other people project onto you. You break the patterns that you constantly put yourself into. You find yourself dating the same type of individual, but a different face. You know what I'm talking about here. You find yourself dating the same type of individual, the same type of personality, but with a different face. Why is that? Because you need to heal that. Why do you keep picking the same person? Why do you keep attracting the same person? What is it that you're putting out into the universe that the universe keeps bringing you this same lesson over and over again? Because you need to heal. Whenever a Mercury retrograde comes around, what you do is you isolate yourself. You stop talking to people instead of sitting there and healing. No, talk to people. Let the motherfuckers fuck up. Get triggered so you can heal from that. A lot of people don't heal because they isolate themselves and they don't allow other things to trigger them. How are you going to do that? If you do not get triggered, how are you going to understand what you need to heal? If you completely isolate yourself, you don't talk to people anymore, how are you going to learn your lesson? Now, if that's what you're doing, you're going to be on pause. You're going to be left on pause. And then when you decide to rejoin the world again, you're going to get triggered again. Why? Because that's what you should have been doing. Instead of hitting pause, going into isolation mode, right? You should have been letting the things trigger you so you can learn from them. Every time an individual triggers you or a situation triggers you, sit down and ask yourself, why did this bother me? Why did I get jealous? Why did I get mad? Why did I get upset? And then ask yourself, why? This is how you work on yourself. Why do you keep going back to that same ex? What is there? What is there that keeps you, that stops you from moving on? Is it codependency? Is it a habit? Is it lust? This is how you do shadow work. And this Mercury retrograde, this is what it's here for you to sit and uncover the shadows in your subconscious mind, the things that you have buried away. Because you know what happens when you bury things away that the ground cannot hold anymore, the ground being your subconscious, it'll push it back up. The subconscious mind's ground will push it up for it to surface. So lo and behold, here you go. You got to think now, oh shit, I thought I was over this. Why am I still dreaming about this? I don't know. Why are you still dreaming about this? What is here that got left unfinished that you need to finish now? You don't need the other party to finish shit. And running back to that isolation thing, there's nothing wrong with isolating yourself. Absolutely nothing wrong. But just remember, you're putting yourself on pause. Stop placing yourself on pause. If you need to isolate for a couple of weeks, for a month or two, that's fine. But you got to come back out. You got to be triggered in order to be healed. There is no light without darkness. And if you sit there and say you don't get triggered, you lie. You lie. We all get triggered by something, with something, from someone. We don't ever, ever come to a place where we're completely healed. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If we did, we'd be dead. So if you're living, you're healing. If you're sitting there holding a grudge against someone, oh, you need to heal. If you're sitting there holding resentment in your heart against someone, you need to heal. If you're sitting there holding anger in your heart for someone, you need to heal. You're sitting there crying over someone, you need to heal. You're sitting there in a fight with someone, you need to heal. You see someone's picture and you get upset, you need to heal. Somebody's video pops up in front of you and you don't like that person and it makes you cringe, you need to heal. Watching TikTok, you're scrolling, you see someone you don't like, you need to heal. Because there's no reason for you to feel that way about someone. Whatever you feel about someone is what you're feeling about yourself. Always remember that. What you feel about another individual is only pointing to how you feel about yourself. So when you see someone and you no longer feel cringe, when you see someone you no longer feel resentment, when you see someone you no longer feel hate, congratulations, you've healed that part of you. That doesn't mean everything else is healed. And in this healing, forgiveness is the biggest thing. And a lot of you people out there don't like to forgive because you feel like when you forgive, you guys act like forgiving is like paying taxes. Like forgiving someone is legit paying taxes back. You don't understand the beauty in forgiving someone else. You set yourself free. Now, this is going to trigger some people, and I hope it does. Maybe you grew up and your parents used to abuse you, beat on you all the time. So now you're an adult, and now you say, well, I'll never forgive my parents because they treated me like shit. No, you need to forgive them to set yourself free. Because you're always going to hold yourself to that. In your brain, that's all you're ever going to think about. They did this to me. Once you forgive them, you don't think about that shit no more. You let it go. Say someone fucked you over and you don't want to forgive them. No, forgive them to set yourself free. But you hold on to these resentments and these grudges and you refuse to forgive people. And then you wonder why your life is the way it is. Then you wonder why things don't work out. And then you have the nerve to blame it on another person. And you have the nerve to blame it, oh, someone's doing magic on you. Someone's doing this on you. Man, sometimes it is true. Sometimes people are doing magic on you. Okay, I'll give you that. But it's not all the time. Sometimes it's your own damn karma. Sometimes shit ain't working out for you because of the choices you're making. I call that accountability. So fuck it if someone's doing magic. If they're doing it, fuck it. Hold yourself accountable. Don't do what they're projecting then. If someone's doing addiction magic on you, right? Addiction magic is to make you do more of what you desire. So say you like smoking weed. Someone did addiction magic on you, and now you're smoking more weed than you normally do. Stop smoking. Plain and simple. Cut back on smoking. Same goes for drinking. Say you like to drink. Someone did addiction magic on you. Now you're drinking all the time. You drink every single fucking night. Stop drinking. Hold yourself accountable. You look at yourself and you think you're ugly. Break that thought process. You have the will to stop those thoughts. Why can't you just be like, nope, I'm not thinking that way about myself. Nope, this is not the season for me to feel this way. Nope, I'm not going to deal with this. You find yourself getting angry all the time. Tell yourself, nope, spirit of anger, I rebuke you. Spirit of jealousy, I rebuke you. You find this is an important one for everybody out there, okay? You find yourself getting jealous of someone because they have something you want. Tell yourself right then and fucking there, nope, spirit of jealousy, I rebuke you. No, but what do you guys do instead? You sit there and wallow in it. You sit there and you dig yourself a deeper hole in it. Why? Why do you do that? Why? Well, what's the point? I feel like I'm doing shadow work with you guys right now. You're jealous of somebody? Why are you jealous of them? Oh, because you think things come easy for them. Then why do you care if things come easy to them or not? Why can't you worry about yourself? Why can't you make things easier for yourself then? If you have the same talents as someone else, but you feel like someone else is doing better than you, stop focusing on them. Focus on yourself. Think of ways to make your talent better. Your talent is like a muscle. If you don't work the muscle out, it will not get bigger. We all fucking know this. If I want nice shoulders, if I want nice back, I have to work it out. I got to go into the gym and I got to work out my back. Some of you may need to go to a fucking therapist instead of the gym. Some of you legit may need to go to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with that. All you're doing is paying somebody to listen to you talk. Some of you may need spiritual therapists. That's me. I'm here for you. Book a session with me. We can sit there and talk about whatever you need to talk about spiritually. We're out here. Utilize us. Stop being cheap. Pay for a fucking session. We're cheaper than a therapist. Literally, spiritual therapists are cheaper than psychiatrists. Find one in your area. Find one that you trust. Book a session and talk to them. Ask them, why am I going through this? Let's get your ancestors involved. Let's have an intervention. Let's get your ancestors involved. Maybe your ancestors can let you know what's going on. But no, you know what most people choose to do? Continue living without intentions. Continue dating without intentions. Trying to fall in love without intentions. Some of you don't want to fall in love. You guys just want to be loved. You guys just want attention. Some of you don't want boyfriends and girlfriends. You guys just want attention. Because once you get that attention and the honeymoon phase is over, you're bored. You start acting out. You need to heal that shit. Some of you guys get into relationships 6 months later, you get bored. You want something new. You need to heal that shit. Take accountability. You're not bored of that person. You're bored of what's going on inside of you because you're never satisfied. Why aren't you satisfied? You need to heal that within you. Some of you sit there and compete with people that don't even fucking give a fuck that you're competing with them. Why? Because you need to heal from that. The only person you're competing with is yourself. Like me, the only person I'm competing with is who I was yesterday. Every single day, I compete with who I used to be. I want to be better. I don't have an idol in mind. I don't have someone in mind that I compete against. I admire people, but I don't compete with them because they have their talent and they're unique in their own way, in their own fashion and sense. I'm unique in my own fashion and sense and abilities. I know that. I compete with myself. So why are you guys out there competing with someone who don't even know you exist? Who don't even care that you're fucking competing with them? This is what this Mercury retrograde is about. To go into the deep waves of your subconscious mind. Even my cat's like, yep. Go into the deep waves of your subconscious mind and ask your subconscious to show you what it is that you need to heal for this moment. And pray that whatever you need to heal, you're able to heal easily without any strife. Because if you don't, you're going to heal, but you're going to heal with strife. Some of you wonder, why aren't you making money? Why is money so tight for you? Because you have that relationship with money where you think money is God, where you think you are money's bitch when it's the other way around. You're more important than money. You're more valuable than money. Your time and energy is more valuable than money. This is why I'm a snot, right? I'm a snot. I'm a snob when it comes to my time and energy. You want to talk to me? You better talk money. You want to have a conversation with me? You better book a session. That's the bar I hold myself at. I don't just talk to anybody to talk to anybody about anything. When I talk to someone, I want to learn something from that. I want the other person to learn something from it. I want a person to receive my energy well as I receive their energy well. Half of you out here get bored and you start conversations with people just because you're bored. You're bored, read a fucking book. You're bored, go work out, go take a walk. Stop using people because you're bored. Stop using people because you're dissatisfied with yourself. This is what Mercury Retrograde is about. Heal that within thyself before you point fingers outside. And stop blaming shit on other people. Because no matter what anybody does, the blame is on you because you allowed it. Someone talked to you a certain way, you let them talk to you that way. Someone treats you a certain way, you let them treat you that way. Someone did something to you, you allow them to do it to you. Why are you crying after you've opened your door to let this person do it? That's like you crying because you purposely, right, left your door unlocked and now you got robbed overnight. Now you crying in the morning blaming the robber. Shit, if your door is wide open, I don't blame him for coming in. You put something out on the table thinking you walk away and it's still going to be there. That's your fault it's gone because you put it out on the fucking table. If it meant so much to you, why didn't you guard it? I feel like somebody just got an epiphany. I feel like what I just said literally just woke somebody up. And I'm glad you woke up. Good for you. I hope going forward, you guard the things that are precious to you. You guard the people that are precious to you. You guard your thoughts that are precious to you. You guard your heart. Stop leaving your door wide open for people to come in and fuck you over. And then stop crying about getting fucked over when it was you the one who left the door open to get fucked over. Watch people. Observe them. Watch their energy. Watch their tone. Stop listening to what people are saying and really listen to their energy. Feel their energy. Is that what they really mean? People have this tendency of when they talk, they get caught off guard and they say what they really mean. When they show you who they are, believe it, that's who they really fucking are. So that's what this Mercury retrograde is about. So again, just a reminder, don't sign any contracts that are life-changing. Don't make any moves that are life-changing, like don't relocate, don't move somewhere yet. Wait for this Mercury retrograde to be over. Now you're going to be like, when is it over? It's over January 1st. 2 weeks after that, you got the shadow period. And then 2 weeks after that, you're good to go. So if you find yourself talking to somebody, just know in the back of your head, it might not work out because it's a Mercury retrograde. This person probably holds a lesson that you kept skipping over in the past. You start a job, just know that this may not work out. This may be temporary. So do what you can for the moment that you have. Receive what you can from them with the moment that you have. But keep in your mind, keep at the back of your mind, this is temporary. Whatever you're feeling right now is temporary. However you're looking at yourself is temporary. Because it's just for you to review those thoughts and ask yourself, why are you feeling this way? A lot of people around this time get jobs that are basically beneficial in a sense. Well, you're going to say, well, all jobs are beneficial. Not necessarily. When you work somewhere that you really, really like and love and you make money on top of that, that's a bonus. Most of you will find yourself picking up jobs that you need to do, that you have to do, that you're forcing yourself to do. And that's why Mercury retrograde is going to take them away from you. Most of you are getting into relationships around this time because you think you need to be in a relationship, because you're lonely or you need attention. That's why it won't last. Those of you who are smart, wait till this time period is over to actually get into a relationship. You know what? Speaking from example, in the past, when I was naive to this Mercury retrograde, I used to get into relationships and they would never work around a Mercury retrograde. I would start talking to someone around a Mercury retrograde and it wouldn't work. As soon as a Mercury retrograde would sit into place, we'd get into an argument, we'd break up. And it's okay. Be happy that happens, because now you can move on to the one that is more meaningful. You can move on to the one that's actually meant for you. Now, because we have this thing that we do as humans. When we break up with someone, we think our world is destroyed. Instead, we should be happy and we should be celebrating. Good, motherfucker, leave. Now I can get closer to the one I'm supposed to be with. Why can't we all have that mentality? What is so hard about that mentality? That when you break up with something, the reason why it didn't work out is because that's not who you're supposed to be with. If you continue fighting your destiny, you're going to be left behind. Destiny's going to spit at you because Destiny's going to be like, what the fuck? I'm here. Why do you keep running backwards? I'm not even over there. I'm here. Your destiny is moving forward. So if you find yourself keep going back to the same individual over and over again, you need to take accountability and ask yourself, what is it that you keep seeking? Maybe some of you just need to love yourself a little more. It's very easy to say, I love myself, but do you choose yourself in circumstances? No, you choose other situations and other people. Oh, but she loves me. Oh, but we've been together for so long. Oh, but she pays my rent. Oh, but she pays buys my heels, my food, my nails. Take accountability, buy it yourself. Work harder, get a job. Do it yourself. Oh, but she gives me attention. Give yourself attention. Buy a cat, buy a dog, you'll have attention. By buying a cat or a dog or adopting a dog or a cat, what you'll learn is patience too. And love. Literally, animals will teach you patience and love. Because these little fuckers have a way of getting into your heart and your mind. And they don't even do anything for you, but you love them so much. Like I always tell people, you want to learn how to have patience? Get a cat. There is no animal better in the world to teach you patience than a cat. You like to control outcomes. You like to control people. You're just a controlling individual. Get a fucking cat. Let me see you control that cat. That cat will run off on you. It'll run away. Just like people run away from you when you try to control them. Huh? Hint, hint. There's a lot of people out there. I'm not picking on anybody, really not picking on anybody, but knowing astrology the way I do, if you have Capricorn, if you have Gemini, if you have Leo in your chart, stop trying to control situations. Stop trying to control situations and people. It's not going to work out. I'm telling you, it'll never work out in your favor. I see a lot of Leos do this shit. And you're going to tell me, oh, I'm a Leo, but I don't do it. You do it at some extent. If it may not be controlling others, you probably try to control your hair. You probably cut your bangs when you have nervous breakdowns. You probably go and you buy clothes because that's the only thing you can control. Understand that in order to live this life, you got to let go of control. You got to let things happen. You got to let things play out for yourself. The reason why things are not playing out the way you want them to is because you're too busy trying to hold on tight and control it. Life is like an Aquarius. You can't tell it. You can't tell an Aquarius what to do. That's how life is. Life is like an Aquarius. You can't tell Aquarius what to do. They'll look at you like, who the fuck is you? I'm an Aquarius moon. Trust me, I know. On top of that, I'm a Sagittarius sun. You definitely can't tell me what to do. This is why I learned a long time ago. I can't tell my life what to do. My life is already preordained. It's already predetermined. Everything in my life has already been written. I just got to flow through it. Whatever comes my way, I got to be like, okay, this is what we're doing. We got this. When you realize this, your life will get so much easier. It's harder for those that tried to control the outcome when the outcome is not even in your hand. You know what's in your hand? How much gas you put in your car. Whether you brush your teeth in the morning when you get up or not. You know what's in your control? Whether you fall asleep on time or not. You know what's in your control? You paying your gas bill. You paying your phone bill. You paying your car note. That's in your control. You don't control the weather. You don't control other people's minds. You don't control how other people think about you, towards you, for you. You don't control how other people love you. When you let go of control and you actually give yourself love and you truly do love yourself, you're going to start projecting love. We're all projectors. What we feel, we project. So if you're happy with yourself and you're okay with yourself and you're all right with healing, that's what you're going to project onto other people. You're going to help other people. But if you're so busy trying to control, trying to compete, trying to be jealous, that's all you're projecting. That's all you're going to attract. You attract what you project. And I'm going to end it right there. I hope you guys are safe during this Mercury retrograde. I hope you guys are enlightened during this Mercury retrograde. I hope you guys receive the healing that you need to receive during this Mercury retrograde. I hope you guys overcome the obstacles that have been placed in front of you by nature or by other people. And remember, the more power you give by thinking about what obstacle somebody put in front of you and how they did this and they did that, you're growing the obstacle even more. When you understand that there's an obstacle in front of you that somebody put in front of you and you try to work through it instead of around it or over it, work through it. Battle through it head on. You become stronger. And then the following obstacle that comes in front of you is even stronger than that. Is even smaller than that because you're stronger. Think about David and Goliath. Goliath was a giant. David was a small man. He did it, though, because he had faith he could do it. Because we're taught faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. Now go have faith. Go have love for yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Do some damn shadow work. Heal yourself. And I'm only telling you this because I'm doing the same. I'll never tell you anything that I'm not doing. So I hope you guys are good for this. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment below. If this is your first time listening, my name is Nosh. I do tarot readings. I do Reiki. I do past life regressions. I'm a medium. Hit me up. We could do a reading for you. We could book a session. You just want to talk spirituality, book a session with me. We could get down. Till then, I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment at the bottom. Thank you guys. Take care.